I'm Bill Ferguson, president of the Ferguson Family Foundation, and obviously very involved with the Centers for Leadership Excellence. And I wanted to take some time this morning to discuss with our students the wonderful career opportunities that we offer as part of CLE. And I'm going to go through the different sectors, really talk about the sectors, the companies, so that as you all are thinking about careers, you can have some perspective on the opportunities we can provide you. So when you look at the reach that we provide our students, I would break it down into four sectors. The real estate industry, hospitality, infrastructure, and what I'm going to term to be healthcare real estate. And I'm going to start with the real estate industry, and then I'll segue into some of the others for sure. Now, the real estate industry consists of the commercial and residential sectors. And believe it or not, it contributed more than $2.7 trillion to the U.S. economy, which is about 13% of the GDP. It employs well over 2 million people, and it generated $10 billion in corporate profits. So as I mentioned, there are two sectors in the real estate industry. One is the residential sector, and one is the commercial sector. Now, in the residential sector, this is the largest real estate sector, and it accounts for about 79% of global real estate value. Between 20 and 2021, the value increased by about 8% to close to $260 trillion. The residential real estate sector is broken down into four segments. It is the residential mortgage business, it is the home building business, it's the single family to rent business, and it's the residential brokerage business. Key firms in the industry whom you might recognize include Rocket Mortgage, Pulte Homes, and Coldwell Banker Residential. Now, on the commercial real estate side of things, that sector is about a $21 trillion sector. And it includes various property types, office, retail, multifamily, industrial, warehouse, and affordable housing. Warehouse is really industrial, another name for the industrial space. But for those of you who are mission driven, the affordable housing business is very interesting. It's becoming more institutionally investor friendly, and it's something that you should consider if you have a passion around that space. Some of the key players include Blackstone, a CBRE, Simon Property Group, which is one of the largest REITs and a expert in the retail real estate business, Hines, which is big in the office business, and Greystar, which I think is the largest multifamily player for sure. Now, the second sector I want to talk about for a couple minutes is what I call hospitality and leisure. And the leisure market includes resorts, it includes restaurants, cruise lines, and theme parks. Hospitality is probably the biggest part of this sector, and that includes the brands, the owners, and the operators. In 2023, in other words, this year, the global hospitality market reached $4.7 trillion and is forecast to grow to $5.8 trillion by 2027. Some of the big players in the space, both hospitality and leisure, include Marriott International, Carnival Cruise Lines, Starbucks, Four Seasons Hotels, Yum Brands, MGM Resorts, and Caesars Entertainment. So that covers the second sector, which is hospitality and leisure. Now, the third sector is what we term to be healthcare real estate. And that includes primarily three subsectors. It includes seniors housing, it includes life science, and it includes medical office. Now, the seniors housing business to start is a $60 billion business. It includes independent living facilities, assisted living facilities, and skilled nursing. And they transition up depending upon the care that's required. There are owner-operators in the business, there are strict operators, and they are both public and private seniors housing companies. And because of the accelerating population growth, as well as slowing supply, both of these factors support a robust outlook for the industry in particular. Some of the major players in the space include Ventas, which is a healthcare REIT, Brookdale Senior Living, as well as Sunrise Senior Living. And as far as the future of the business concerned, it's quite robust. 10,000 baby boomers, including yours truly, will turn 65 every day between now and 2030, when seniors are expected to make up over 20% of the population. And technology will increasingly shape the future of senior living communities and how care is offered. So, like affordable housing, for those of you who are more mission-driven, senior living could be a very, very interesting career path. Now, in the other two sectors of healthcare real estate, one is the medical office business and the other is life science. Now, in the medical office business, these are properties that are owned by hospitals, health systems, or public or private third-party groups. And a lot of these healthcare institutions now are embracing third-party ownership as well as management. So they're selling these assets to take them off their balance sheet, and other investors are buying them. Healthcare real estate is an area of increasing demand and interest for a number of reasons. First of all, you have an aging population. Secondly, you have advances in technology that allow for increasing numbers of medical procedures to be done outside of the offices of a hospital, for example. You have growth in inpatient rehabilitation, you have behavioral health opportunities, and basically a rapid growth of population in certain areas that require more healthcare facilities. Some of the medical office players include Welltower, a REIT, and we talked about Ventas before, and some of the other specialty REITs in the medical office business include Healthcare Realty Trust, as well as Medical Properties Trust. Now, the third subsector of the healthcare real estate industry is life sciences. And this market spans multiple industries, ranging from biotechnology to pharmaceuticals, medical device companies, genomics, and many, many more. And so these are the tenants that, in essence, populate these life science buildings. And the COVID-19 pandemic clearly expanded the industry at a remarkable rate, and lab space may increase by more than 20%, at least it's forecasted to, through 2025. And some of the major players in life science include firms like Blackstone, a private equity firm, as well as Alexandria Real Estate Equities, which once again is a REIT. Now, the last sector I want to cover for a couple minutes is basically the infrastructure sector. So for those of you students who are interested in a global career, this is a sector you might consider. And it's a huge sector. Market size as of 2021 was basically $4.6 trillion. And the sectors include a wide range of I would say, project types. It runs from roads to railways, power generation, water and sewage, marine and inland water infrastructure, and airports. The dire need for infrastructure spending underpins the growth of this sector for this decade and decades to follow. Other key demand drivers include energy security, onshoring or reshoring, investments in wireless towers, and on and on. Believe it or not, there was over $130 billion raised for infrastructure investment in the second quarter of 2022, the largest amount ever raised in the industry. And among the infrastructure players, there are two primary categories: engineering and construction. And some of the key players in that space include Bechtel, Keywood Corporation, and Fluor. And among the infrastructure investors, those include firms like Blackstone, Brookfield, and Global Infrastructure Partners. So, in essence, those are the four sectors that we are introducing our students to. There are well over 600 companies in these sectors. So, a lot of it depends upon your passion and your interest. As I said, for those students who are what I would call more mission driven, the affordable housing business, the seniors housing business could be interesting. For those who are thinking about a global opportunity, and once again who are interested in infrastructure, clearly that space is of interest. Anybody interested in the consumer world, the hospitality and leisure space could be interesting. And then among the residential and commercial real estate players, there are a wonderful set of opportunities there as well. So I just wanted you to know that we have a wide reach. There are many, many, many exciting career opportunities, and we look forward to introducing these to you and helping you make these kinds of wonderful decisions which sit ahead of a great career. So with that, I thank you for your time. I hope this was helpful, and our team will be there to support you as you consider these options, and we'll educate you the best we can to these companies and the opportunities offered from a career perspective. So thank you very much.